Other than that, written report to me is sufficient.
But okay, we're here.
Not my decision.
Yeah, but we're here tonight to apparently do what Harry had wanted to do a workshop prior to the council meeting. Is that correct? And I thought the council as a whole, the last council, said they didn't want to have this.
No, they said they did.
No, they said they didn't, and we voted on it, I believe. And so I think you need to wait until the new council comes on board and check with them what they wanted. Because I think everybody was adamant they didn't want to do it this way. And so what we're to have a workshop meeting prior to the council meeting where they go over everything here for discussion.
We had to vote on that and pick the day.
What?
That's what I thought. Didn't we have a vote on
I
to
know,
have
we didn't.
the workshop?
How did this workshop come up then?
I called it.
Ed
Thursday.
Well, I
But
mean,
it was actually for Wednesday. But there's a meeting on Wednesday, so we moved it to Tuesday
so,
to go over the.
Okay.
right.
From what I understand, then you're saying it's been voted on at the council meeting not to do this.
Not have these
You're
because.
saying the same thing. Do you remember?
I recall.
I wasn't there, so yeah.
Yeah, we were
Okay.
adamant that we didn't want it because tomorrow, or Thursday night, we're gonna go over all this again, and I'm gonna discuss anything on here I want to so that the audience can see it in the public. So, Mr. Stebbin
So you
apparently,
evidently done this in a meeting when I wasn't present?
no, you were here. It was at the very end when Harry wanted to have workshops, and I said I disagree
I don't
with
recall
it.
that whatsoever.
And the video guy even came up to me afterwards and said that he thinks it's a good thing not to have them because you're then coming through making decisions with no discussion.
No,
The
there's
pub-
no decisions made.
No, at the meeting.
Which meeting?
The council meeting,
Right.
yeah, and there's no discussion, and so the
Because you're
public
saying
doesn't.
because you discussed it here.
That's correct.
I got you.
And so we're gonna, so tonight, I mean, and I'm kind of
Well,
disappointed
I'll tell you,
that you
during the
would do it.
meeting, the council meeting, there's not gonna be any discussion from the floor,
No, there never has been.
if that's what you're considering, that's
No,
what you're going
it's
to do.
discussion between the council, because if we discuss something tonight, I'm, for at least tomorrow, this week.
I'm not asking you to discuss anything on here, I'm asking to go over the agenda and ask if there's any questions or any comments that can be brought out at this time. If you have things you need to bring up before the entire council, by all means, you have that right, I'm not trying to stop it.
So then it's-
Why are we doing, I just don't understand why we're doing this, and I don't like the format of the agenda. It just got changed and
agenda's-
pushed onto us.
Well, isn't that why we're here discussing it?
That's what I thought it
This
was
agenda
tonight.
looks pretty much like the prior agenda we had before Harry made the changes.
Except,
No, it isn't.
except for approve with a single motion without discussion.
Yeah.
I think we even talked about not doing it that way.
I don't like that.
When did you all do that?
At the very first meeting when he was here, he had these ideas, and we talked about it at the very end, and it was in the minutes, where I says, I do not care for this format, and it was discussed, and then about the workshops. and it
I
was
don't think I
discussed.
remember that meeting either. I wasn't here. I couldn't have been here. I don't remember seeing that.
Maybe you weren't here.
Yeah, that's what.
He was, because
Well, I thought-
you were
Well,
presiding over the meeting.
I think what you're objecting to is the consent calendar and approving the consent calendar without discussing each item. And I think there is protocol going both ways, and I think there are other places that do it this way, and there's other places who don't do it this way.
Guess what? We're Lakeside. We can do
Well,
it how we
I
want.
understand that. I'm not saying one way or the other, but it was discussed, and having a meeting tonight, I recall that we voted not to do that. I don't recall that we voted against the consent calendar.
That's one thing about being a mayor. You're well informed by the council. You guys have meetings that I'm not here.
I didn't even read the minutes.
You were here.
And no one, well, I wasn't apparently here when you all decided not to have these meetings. Because I don't remember anybody saying not to have a workshop
Harry, do you
prior to the
remember it?
meeting.
It was
Do
the
you
first
remember
meeting
it,
after
Harry?
Harry was here.
Yeah.
I think.
And he had these changes about, and removing it, and we read it through, and I said, we don't care for this format. But like you said, in January, when the new council comes, but what you're proposing is to have a meeting a couple days before every
One
city
day
council.
before.
Mhm.
Yeah. Harry, do you remember the discussion about this council didn't want to do this?
That's fine. I'm trying to help, listen, I'm trying to help new council coming on. If you all don't want to have the meetings,
That's what she's saying.
Sorry.
We should wait until new council.
Yes.
does that.
just to walk.
I'm
it
beginning
should
to
be in the
participate,
minutes.
beginning to come back little by little of that meeting. I just don't remember the part about saying not having a meeting. I
No, I don't
remember
either.
the objection of you on the agenda.
I
No,
remember,
it was about having a workshop prior to this.
Is that what it
Eric
was?
said he would like to have a workshop a week prior to where everything can go over and we could discuss it. And then so when our meeting comes, it would go very quickly and fast. And trouble is, we'd be making decisions where the public wouldn't have any idea what it was during our council meeting. At least when there's discussion, the public knows what's going on. And you can streamline it to the point that you do a disservice to the citizens.
Yeah, but I kind of agree with this in a way because it kind of gets me prepared for the meeting. And the things we discuss here, you're not going to vote on anyway until you get there.
That's
It'll
right.
be out in discussion again.
Yeah,
But I at least know what I'm talking about instead of just sitting down and you coming from this field and you coming from that field. Or ahead of time, it'll all be in front of us.
well, if
So
we're
I
not
kind
going
of
to
agree with
agree,
it.
we're all gonna go from different fields anyway.
I know, but the input's what I'm saying at this meeting will kind of give you a consensus about. And then when you come to the meeting, you'll still, if you have something to say, you say it, you know. But to me, it'd be a help is all I'm saying, whatever you guys, it's, you know, whatever. But,
Yeah. And I apologize to the council for having them come out tonight, because I was fully unaware of what was